Hi, this is Aileen Cannon, and welcome back to my channel. Well, interesting development has took place today. Apparently, the document case against Donald J. Trump has been dismissed by Judge Cannon in Florida. Let's get into it and see what just happened. This is from ABC News, and I know they must be very disappointed on there. Lately, everybody's been disappointed. So this is where it says, Judge dismissed Donald Trump's classified document case. The ruling dismissed one of the two cases brought against Trump by Jack Smith, by Kathleen Frauders and Peter Chalambos. Why can they give us names that I could easily pronounce? In a surprise ruling Monday, the classified document case against former President Trump was dismissed by the federal judge overseeing the case. The ruling dismissed one of the two cases brought by special counsel Jack Smith, who is also overseeing the election interference case against former president. So Judge Aileen Cannon ruled Monday that Smith's appointment as special counsel overseeing the document case was unconstitutional. There was a question about his constitutionality of his appointment. Apparently, I guess she had enough of this nonsense, and that was it. The superseding indictment is dismissed because special counsel Smith's appointment violated appointment clause of the United States Constitution. Cannon wrote that Smith's appointment was unconstitutional because effortlessly usurps the authority of Congress. Trump pleaded not guilty last year to 40 criminal counts related to his handling of classified materials after leaving the White House, as the prosecutor said he was repeatedly refused to return hundreds of documents containing classified information and took steps to thwart the government effort to get the documents back. Smith was appointed as special counsel by Attorney General Merrick Garland in November 2022. Cannon last month heard arguments from Trump's attorney seeking to have the classified document case dismissed on grounds that Smith was unlawfully appointed. The framers gave Congress a pivotal role in the appointment of principal and interfer officers, Cannon wrote in her lengthy order Monday. That role cannot be used by the executive branch or somewhere else where this case or another case, whether it's in times of high national need or not. Upon careful study of the fundamental challenges raised by the motion, the counsel is convinced, or the court, that the special counsel Smith's prosecution of this action breached two structural cornerstones of a constitutional scheme: the role of Congress in the appointment of the constitutional officer, and the role of Congress in authorizing the expiration of law, she's added. Multiple sources told ABC News that Trump and his can't feel the dismissal is an act of divine intervention, saying Trump is thrilled. The sources say those around Trump hope and expect the same logic will apply to the D.C. case. President Trump is relieved and happy he can move on, the source said. Trump, writing on his social media platform 2 days after surviving an assassination attempt, called for the dismissal of all remaining cases against him, saying, "As we move forward and unite our nation after the horrible events on Saturday, this dismissal should be the first step." In addition to the January 6th case, the former president faced charges in the Georgia election interference case, and May was found guilty New York falsifying business record related to a 2016 hush money payment in order to boost his election prospect in the 2016 election. He pleaded not guilty in all cases and said he will appeal the hush money verdict. Judge Cannon noted that her ruling does not apply to other jurisdictions, meaning that the others may not apply to the special counsel's January 6th interference case against Trump. Smith did not respond when asked in person by ABC News reporter about the ruling. A spokesman for the special counsel did not immediately respond to a request for a comment. The order can be appealed, and other district judges and D.C. court had upheld the constitutionality of special counsel in previous legal challenges. If overturned on appeal, the order can also give rights to Smith to move for Cannon to be taken off the case, citing her pattern of unusual favor rulings that had benefited Trump, and raised the eyebrows of a legal expert across the platform. Well, I mean, I don't blame her for dismissing the case, because you clowns out there were harassing her like crazy. I mean, you had a campaign against her at one time. You were sending so many complaints that even her bosses had had enough, and told the little clerk not to accept any more of these complaints, because they figured that you were doing some kind of campaign against her. But the fact was, this is Jack Smith's fault to begin with, because had he brought this case sooner, he would have had a Democrat judge overseeing the case. The thing is, even if he was to appeal, don't think for one second that he's going to get another judge, because technically they're right, but because of what happened with this particular judge and the harassment, most likely they're not going to put somebody else in there. They're just going to say, you know what, enough is enough. We had enough. We're not wasting any more time with this case. Besides, Jack Smith made numerous errors in this case, including screwing up the order of the documents, putting in papers where they shouldn't have been placed. A lot of stuff that was redacted that shouldn't have been redacted. If he had been a little more transparent on what he was doing, I'm sure the case will still be going right now. And plus the fact that he was not authorized by Congress. You know, all these other guys that they were talking about in the past that had the special counsel, they had to go through appointed by the president and got to be approved by Congress. In this case, it was the Senate, and the Senate's Democrat, so they could have easily had put him in there that way, but they didn't. I guess they were using the old protocols and thinking that it was going to work this time, and more. Nope. What's going to happen in the future? Even if this case was refiled, it'd probably be too late, because you know, the election's like 4 months away, and they have to start all over again. You know, just cut your losses. You got the DC case, and you got a judge that's ruled in your favor over there. You might as well keep it with that. So it's one down and a few more to go. Well, now Trump can save some money and use it for security improvements. As you know, there was an assassination attempt on his life Saturday, and he was injured, but he's okay. He was playing golf Sunday. But unfortunately, for some of the spectators at the event, they weren't so lucky. An ex-firefighter died protecting his family, and 2 other people were still in the hospital. So, this should be able to tone down some of the rhetoric now. And Jack Smith, unfortunately, his past came back to haunt him again. So I guess he can go to Subway's and cry over his loss over a $5 foot sandwich, if he could find one, because they don't exist. Right, CNN? This is Aileen saying so long for now, and don't forget your stock, and the Republican National Convention starts today. Have fun.